Just wanted to send you a quick video to show you what this actually looks like in a real life case study of a client that I've got over in the UK. They're a debt consolidation client, and you might be familiar with those types of clients, but what they do is they help people get out of debt. So credit cards, lines of credit, that kind of stuff that they've defaulted on or built up over time. This company generates leads from ads. So from Facebook or Google, they generate leads and then they call up these leads and try to sell them on debt consolidation or just getting out of debt. But a lot of the time when they dial them specifically, they don't pick up because these people are being chased by debt collectors and the contact rate is terrible. So if you can imagine, these people who owe $5, $10, $15,000, they're ignoring every phone call that comes in, right? So the contact rates are terrible. So the question then is, what do you do with the over 50% of leads that you've paid to generate that aren't responding to calls, right? And what the solution was, at least for us, was that we were going to text them and see what happened. So they gave us their leads after 48 hours, so they just dialed them to death. They'd been called 14 times a day, and after day 3, we said, stop, let's text them and figure something out. So as far as leads and numbers here, we have 199 people that were reached out to and didn't respond. 33 people were texted and responded. 12 were texted, responded, and were qualified. 13 had an immediate call with an advisor, and 62 people had scheduled a call back with an advisor. And then the numbers ended up being such that this last 75 here, the 13 and 62, 20% of those people were sold, became customers, and then that turned into £40,000 worth of new business, right? So not bad for a few days and way less legwork, way less calling, required very few resources as far as actual like salespeople because it was all done by text message. But yeah, an extra £40,000, which can't remember how much that is in Canadian dollars, but for virtually no effort, kind of a great ROI on that. But if we look at these, you kind of break down the numbers a little bit. The interesting stuff is obviously on this call now and scheduled callback. But on the left there, those are people who were texted. They had been called nonstop and texted as well, and these 200 people didn't respond at all, and then 33 responded. So this is kind of what you would be looking at number-wise. This is probably more of a worst-case scenario, to be honest, than most customers would see, just because these customers specifically are usually avoiding calls because they're trying to not have to pay back debts that they don't want to have to pay. But this sort of gives you an idea of what the numbers would look like. Now, I should have a specific example if I can find it in here. It should be in this scheduled callback area. If I can just remember the name. Give me a second here. I have it written down here. There we go. Okay, so here it is. So if I scroll up to the top here, this is the actual conversation. So it starts out with the business reaching out. This is all automatic. Hey, it's Kelly from Money Advice Expert. Is this the same Tiffany who wanted to help with their debt a couple of days ago? Hi, yes it is. And then we just say, thank goodness my calendar just pinged me to call, but I didn't want to disturb you. Are you still looking for help? I'm at work anyway. I am. Yes, I am. So we're pre-framing the call back here. And this is the message here that's super important because I said people would rather get texts than their phone being called by unwanted companies, so it's pretty important. We've flown under the radar here, and they're saying they're at work anyways. That's perfect, and they're still looking. Yep, so still looking for help. That's great. We ask how much their biggest debt is, £5,000. Thanks for sharing that. What have you done to reduce your debt? So she's got a credit card, or she's paying, she's got a credit card, she's trying to save extra money, all those kind of stuff. And then at the bottom, so I'm not going to go into all of it, but there's some cool stuff down here. But we've asked her to schedule a call. She says she's working till 11. The system's smart enough to know that we're open from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. She suggests 5 p.m. the next day, right? Because she's not going to be able to do it tonight because she's working till 11. And this is quite smart here when we get to the bottom, in that we've booked her in with Ian. So we give her a name. We tell her that he's really, give him some personality. We say that he's really busy reaching out to people. And we ask, can I count on you? Right? And by having her make this commitment now, it makes her more likely to respond to the phone call when he does call her tomorrow at 5 p.m. Right? So, huge part there, really subtle, but really actually very important. So yeah, I mean, that's kind of the system. It's really just a relatively hands-off thing that just reduces your need for salespeople and mostly all automated. So I hope that makes sense. It's a pretty small example. There's only 320 leads, but made 40,000 pounds. So yeah, hope that at least sparks some interests and some ideas, and hope you're well.